When I ask the question of sales organizations around the country, what specific component of the sales process do you struggle with the most? The answer is almost always the same: closing the sale. However, a closer look at anyone who struggles at the end of a sales process will uncover deficiencies at the beginning, or for that matter, throughout the sales process. Bottom line is, if you cannot build trust and value, separating yourself from the competition during the sales process, the close will be the end, not the beginning, of the business relationship. Closing a sale is simply a natural progression of events resulting from a mutually beneficial relationship built on trust and the belief that a problem exists and a compelling solution has been presented. This strategy will ultimately take a prospect from a point of needing something to wanting something. That something is your product, or better yet, your solution to their problem. Know this for certain: there is no fast, easy, or best way to close a sale. Closing a sale is a process. In fact, Jeffrey Gitomer says it's not the close, it's the open that's most important. So if this is true, how do you set the table in order to be in a position to close a sale? Well, start by knowing what your client is thinking. As you begin the sales process, you must be aware of the hurdles you need to clear to make it to the finish line. Here are a few things to consider. From the minute you approach a potential client, you must answer the following questions in the prospect's mind. The prospect is asking themselves, do I want to buy your product from your company at your price right now? And most importantly, do I want to buy it from you? Answer these questions and your closing percentage increases immediately. However, leave just one unanswered and you will leave the presentation scratching your head, wondering what went wrong. Answering these questions will inevitably build value and validate your product, your company, and more importantly, you. What does validation throughout the sales presentation have to do with closing the sale? A quick look at the definition of validate will tell you all you need to know. Validation is to make something valid, to recognize, establish, and illustrate the worthiness or legitimacy of anything. What I'm referring to here, folks, is trust, one of the most powerful words in the sales language. Once we know something is valid, a company, a product, a person, we trust it. When we trust it, we buy it. When we trust something or someone, we develop a comfort level that is essential in the sales process and, of course, making it easier to close the sale. It's like a pair of shoes. You try them on and you ask yourself two questions. First, do they fit? Second, are they comfortable? When a prospect has a comfort level with the product you're presenting and it's a perfect fit to solve their problem, closing is as easy as sending a dog with a note. Very hard to turn away. When it's all said and done, closing is the end result of an effective communication process that evolves through a series of decisions the potential client makes, ultimately selecting your solution to solve their problem because it has value and they trust the person presenting it. Here is a simple guideline to follow. No problem, no solution needed. Small problem, no urgency for a solution. Big problem, solution needed immediately. Remember this: the bigger the problem, the more anxious we are to find the solution. Let's bring it all together. Closing is more about what you do at the beginning and middle than what you do at the end of the sales process. Closing is about perceived value in you and how you set yourself apart from the competition. Closing occurs when you sell the comfort and fit of your solution to solve a client's problems. And finally, and most importantly, closing occurs when you validate your product, company, and yourself throughout the sales process, building a powerful relationship through trust. In closing, no pun intended, asking a prospect for their business at the end of the presentation without uncovering a problem, providing a solution, and developing trust is like asking someone to sit down and eat without providing any food. Not very appetizing.